Yo, what's going on, guys? Joey Sugarbuck is back here with another video for you guys. Guys, it is Saturday night, and I'm going to be giving you my game picks for Week 13 of the 2019 NFL season. So, let's jump right on into it, guys. And first game, we're starting it early on. I'd be willing to argue the game of the year, guys. We have the 10-1 49ers at the 9-2 Red Hot Ravens. So, lots of factors going to be played in this game. Before we get into it, I want all of you guys to know the weather in Baltimore tomorrow is going to be absolutely horrible. The whole eastern U.S. is getting a big storm, but they're on the southern part of it. They're getting the brunt of the rain, so it's going to be pouring rain in Baltimore tomorrow. So just so you guys know, the weather will be a big factor. But anyways, both teams red hot right now. Absolutely red hot. The Niners just coming off a blowout win against the Packers last weekend. Offense is decent, but their defense is just absolutely ridiculous. Nick Bosa having probably could be maybe an MVP. I don't know. That guy is absolutely ridiculous though. So the Ravens will not be, I know I've said this a lot, but the Ravens will not be able to run the ball. I mean, it's not just Nick Bosa, but that defensive line. The defense in general is insane, but especially that defensive line, you cannot run on that. It's too good. So we're going to have to beat them by throwing it. I don't care if they have Richard Sherman. We have to throw the ball. And it's going to be hard also because it's going to be rainy. The ball is going to be wet, but we have to throw the ball. Lamar's going to have to throw it quite a bit, and we're going to have to drive to the field, but it's going to be tough, man. On defense, gotta blitz the heck out of Garoppolo, get him on the ground, and don't keep him on the field for long. Quickly get him off the field if that's possible. I'm not sure if that's possible. This is going to be such a good game, guys. I cannot wait to see who wins this game. I am so excited for it. But I am going to have to take the Niners because the Ravens' streak is going to have to end eventually. And I'd rather it ended now than in the playoffs, because if it ends in the playoffs, we're done. So I am going to take the Niners here, guys, in a thrilling game, pretty low scoring due to the really good defenses and the bad weather. I'm going to go with the Niners here, guys, 23-16. Next game, guys, we have the 5-6 Browns at the 6-5 Steelers. This is kind of a must-win for both teams, and it has a little bit of a factor in the Ravens game too. Battle of the AFC North. This is a big game for both teams. The Browns have to keep winning. They're on, I think, a 3-game winning streak. They have to keep winning. The Steelers have to keep winning also. They're pretty hot. So, both teams have to win this game. But obviously, someone else is going to have to come out on top. So, yeah, Steelers, it's bugging me, man. They are a scrappy son of a gun right now. And the Browns, I mean, they're 5-6. They're on a 3-game winning streak, but who exactly have they played? I mean, come on. It is in Pittsburgh, guys. I kind of want the Browns to win, I guess, but I am going to take the Steelers here because they are at home, so that has a big player. I'm going to go with the Steelers here, guys, 27-20, but it's going to be a pretty good game. Next game, guys, we have the 4-7 Bucks at the 4-7 Jaguars. Jaguars, yeah, Nick Foles came back, didn't really do much. Bucks are kind of just like a very mediocre team. Jameis Winston, very mediocre, and they're just really not good all around. It's not a game many people really care about, I don't think, but it's in Jacksonville, so I'm going to take the Jaguars here, guys, 24-17. Next game, guys, we have the 5-6 Eagles at the 2-9 Dolphins. Certainly a must-win for the Eagles, and they got a break from the Bills. They're giving big thanks to the Bills because they kind of embarrassed the Cowboys in Dallas on Thanksgiving. So the Eagles need to win that game. Need to win tomorrow to even it up with the Cowboys because they would both be 6-6 if the Eagles come away with the win. A hot rivalry. Guys, it is in Miami, but this is a big game for the Eagles to get back tie it up with the Cowboys in their division. I am certainly going to take the Eagles here. It should be a pretty easy win. I'm going to go with the Eagles here, guys, 37-20. Next game, guys, we have the 4-7 Jets at the 0-11 Bengals. Jets have won a couple games in a row, I think, right? 2 in a row, something like that. Doesn't really have an impact. I don't think the Jets are just not good this year. They got a lot of hype, but I just don't see why they're. A lot of people were hyping them up this year. I just didn't think they were going to be that good. Sam Darnold is very meh. Le'Veon Bell, very overrated. I mean, he's not really overrated anymore because people now realize that he's just not that good. He was just doing well because he had an insane offensive line. But, anyways, Bengals, they are absolutely incredible this year, guys. They are the best team in the NFL. So yeah, it's just, they are incredibly just totally screwed over, and yeah, it's a really tough year for the Bengals. Also, guys, about this game, the Bengals have switched around QBs. They are now going to play Andy Dalton and bench Ryan Finley, I think was his name. So Andy Dalton is back in the lineup tomorrow. Probably the worst QB in the NFL, but it doesn't really matter. I guess I'll take the Jets here. Kind of going to be a boring game, but I'll take the Jets here, guys. 23-10. 23-10. Next game, guys, we have the 8-3 Packers at the 2-9 Giants. So the Giants, absolutely terrible this year, as expected, I think. The Packers coming off a blowout loss, as I said, to the Niners last week, got incredibly embarrassed. But I think this is a great opportunity to get back on track, playing a terrible team, and I don't care. It doesn't really matter if it's in their home stadium. I'm going to take the Packers here, guys, 31-17. Next game, guys, we have the 2-9 Redskins, the 5-6 Panthers. Panthers had a little bit of hope, but I think they're kind of dwindling right now, if I said that right. Kind of fading out. I don't really see why they got all the hype. Kyle Allen's meh. They of course have one of the best running backs in the NFL, certainly a top 5, in Christian McCaffrey, but it doesn't really have an impact. Their defense is meh. It's in Carolina though. The Redskins are absolutely terrible, so I'm going to take the Panthers here, guys. 27-17. Next game, guys, we have the 6-5 Titans at the 6-5 Titans at the 6-5 Colts. This is a must-win for both teams. Gonna be a pretty good game, actually. I'm kind of looking forward to this. It's in Indianapolis. I'm not sure if Brissett is back. Is he at? Okay, correction for my correction for my brother. Jacoby Brissett is back. I'm not sure if Marlon Mack is back though, and that's a big factor because Marlon Mack is a big part of that offense. Apparently, Marlon Mack is not back. So that kind of sucks for the Colts because besides Brissett, their receivers are very meh. So it's not looking great for the Colts right now. The Titans, man, I'm telling you, Ryan Tannehill is sneaky good. Way better than Marcus Mariota, I'll tell you that. Derrick Henry has been doing well lately, I think. I think they've been able to establish a pretty good run game so far, at least in the past few weeks in Derrick Henry. It's in Indianapolis. However, the Colts, although Brissett is back, I really think he's mediocre. I think the Colts are not that good. The Titans are kind of hot right now, relatively speaking, and it's a must-win for them. And I think it's kind of a must-win for the Colts, but I think they're kind of very meh. I have a little bit of hope in the Titans, guys, and although they are on the road, I am going to take them on the road to beat the Colts here. The Titans win, I'm going to say 24-20. Next game, guys, we have the 6-5 Rams at the 3-7-1 Cardinals. Rams took a big beating from my Ravens last week. But the Cardinals, absolute trash. I mean, Kyler Murray's decent, but they just don't really have help. I think it's about time to fire their coach. Bruce Arians, I think, is still coaching, but he's done. I mean, he was a good coach for a while, but I would say he's just about out of there now, washed up. David Johnson's always hurt. The receivers are good. Larry Fitzgerald, past his prime, but still good. Christian Kirk, I think is he a rookie? I'm not sure he is, but he's a young guy. He's pretty good. but their defense is meh. Besides the defensive line, their defensive line is okay, but doesn't really have an impact, guys. It's in Arizona, but it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna take the Rams here, guys. A bounce back win for them. 23-17. Next game, guys, we have the 4-7 Chargers at the 3-8 Broncos. Both teams very, very mediocre. In fact, kind of bad, kind of trash. Broncos, I think Brandon Allen is still playing you. They should have beaten the Vikings, but they blew it, of course, in the last few minutes. Chargers, just really rough year for them. It's in Denver, not the most exciting game of all time. I guess I'll take the Chargers just because they're, I guess, a slightly better team. I'm going to go with the Chargers here, guys. 21-17. Next game, guys, this is going to be a good game, actually. A sneaky good game of the week. 6-5 Raiders at the 7-4 Chiefs. So the Chiefs, 7-4, doing okay. I still think that they're kind of in a little bit of a rough spot right now. Oakland, very inconsistent, but they got demolished by the Jets last weekend. Yet, the week before that, they had a nice win against the Chargers. So, they are very inconsistent. Derek Carr, underrated, but still pretty inconsistent. At Arrowhead, though, although I think that the Chiefs are overrated, Mahomes should not be fazed by that Raiders defense. Their defense is absolutely terrible. So I'm going to take the Chiefs here, guys. I do think it's going to be closer than people think, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs here, 33-20. Next game, guys, we have, this is going to be a good game, guys. 10-1 Patriots at the 7-4 Texans. I am pulling for the Texans to win this. Certainly pulling for the Texans because if the Ravens win tomorrow and the Patriots lose, the Ravens are the number 1 seed in the AFC. But anyways, Texans are at home, able to return home. Deshaun Watson, very inconsistent, but they do have DeAndre Hopkins. That's going to be really fun because it's going to be the number 1 cornerback going up against the number 1 receiver. DeAndre Hopkins, best wide receiver in the NFL. Stephon Gilmore, best cornerback in the NFL. That is going to be so fun. I would think that they would put Stephon Gilmore on DeAndre Hopkins. But Will Fuller is expected to play, and that's going to be a big help for the Texans because the Patriots will not be able to shadow DeAndre Hopkins because Will Fuller's at least solid, and if he can get open and stuff, that's going to be a big factor. So, I don't know. I don't think you can really just cover DeAndre Hopkins single-handedly, but that's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Now, the Patriots, still the number 1 defense, but they haven't really faced spectacular teams. It is in Houston, guys. I'm pulling for the Texans, but it's really hard to beat the Patriots right now just because they always find a way to win. I'm going to go with the Patriots here, guys. 24-17. Next game, guys, is our last game. Another great matchup. 8-3 Vikings at the 9-2 Seahawks. The Seahawks are absolutely ridiculous this year. Russell Wilson, one of the MVP candidates, just behind my man Lamar Jackson. Vikings doing well. Had a come from behind win against the Broncos last week, even though they didn't really play that well. Dalvin Cook still doing well, though. Kirk Cousins is at least decent. The receivers are good. Diggs, Thielen. Gonna be really fun, guys. I'm really looking forward to seeing this game because both teams are really good. However, I am going to take the Seahawks here because they are at home. I'm going to take Seattle here, guys. Again, going to be a fun game. Going to be fun seeing Russell Wilson go up against that Vikings defense. But I'm going to go with the Seahawks here, guys. 27-23 Seahawks. And guys, that's going to do it for my game picks for Week 13 of the 2019 NFL season. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I am out. Peace out. Have a great day. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow morning.